Nice. Okay, here. Nice. Okay, here.
Firstly, my apologies for the delay. I've just got off the plane and drove straight down, and so there was a bit of traffic and along the way got held up. But of course, I'd like to acknowledge our host for this evening, and Mr. Rakesh, and of course his company and his staff that are here with him, management, and of course the family, the members of the land owning unit, representatives that are here. And of course, we'd like to acknowledge the representative of the Indian High Commission, and Mr. Ashish Sharma, who has come all the way from India for this particular event from International Tractors Limited for the launch of Solus tractors in Fiji. I'd also like to acknowledge at the back there, I see the Honorable Alvik Maharaj, one of the members of Parliament and also the chairman of a number of the committees in Parliament that we have today. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't intend to make a long speech, but essentially to say that competition is very good for the economy. As you know, for a number of years, that in Fiji we had only one brand of tractor that was available. And even though government was giving a duty-free tariff, there was no duty whatsoever, the actual cost or the price of the tractor was quite exorbitant, beyond the reach of many farmers. Of course, now we have other brands that have joined the market, and today we've got another brand. I think there are probably about 3 or 4 brands now available in the market of tractors. So which is very good. It gives farmers, it gives other consumers in Fiji the opportunity to be able to choose as to which tractor they want to use. And also it creates competition amongst the people who actually supply the tractors, so they try and hopefully outbid each other, in the end provide better service, of course, and also much better range of options and opportunities for ordinary Fijians. Having said that, I've just come from New Zealand. It was very interesting. Yesterday all day I spent meeting with business houses from New Zealand or former Fijians who are now living in New Zealand, but they want to come and invest in Fiji. And quite interestingly enough, a number of these people want to invest, in fact, in the agricultural sector. They believe that large-scale commercial farming is the way to go. That's precisely what government believes. Just to give you an example, we don't find a breadfruit orchard in Fiji. Breadfruit trees in Fiji grow everywhere and anywhere. So there's no breadfruit farm. There's no kavika farm. There's no necessarily vundi farm. There are many local fruits and vegetables that grows wild, that's seasonal, but we don't actually have orchards for that. And that's enormous commercial and financial opportunities for those people who are interested in farming, those people who want to make land available for farming. And we're hoping, of course, that the way to go now, of course, in the agriculture sector is to go by using mechanized farming. The days of, getting people to manually do a lot of the chores are no longer applicable. And it also creates a lot of, not just economies of scale, but also makes good financial sense. I would also like to acknowledge the fact that you have somebody like Rakesh, who's ventured into this, as highlighted by our MC. He started off. It's very unusual for people from the West to move to Sweden. Normally, that's the better people. So obviously, if he's moving from the West, we get a lot better people in this side of Viti level. But I'd like to, acknowledge someone like him. There are a number of Rakeshs in Fiji who have started off very small, yet they had the ambition, they had the drive, and they had the foresight, and of course they had the ability to be able to put together the business plans. And so here we have a gentleman who started off very small, is today dealing with an international company from one of the largest economies in the world, which is India. And here we have him in Davilevu, in this area, in the Waila area, where he's going to, display to us the range of opportunities available in particular for the agricultural sector. So I think we should put our hands together for him, ladies and gentlemen, because it is only through the enterprise of entrepreneurs like him that the economy actually runs on. And of course, small to medium enterprises in Fiji is one of the sectors that actually creates a lot of employment. And it is critically important for us to be able to understand that. We hope also, and everybody who is here, that we can also use this venture into the agriculture sector, work very closely with our national university. The Fiji National University, as you know, has got a campus up in Coronivia, and government is placing a lot of emphasis in respect of the agriculture sector. So once again, I'd like to welcome, of course, a special welcome to our guest, Ashish Sharma, who's here in Fiji for the first time. Hopefully he'll go back and become a brand ambassador for us and tell everybody else what a wonderful place Fiji is, and hopefully you can come back, not just on business purposes, but of course, on pleasure purposes too, bring your family. Those who may not know, ladies and gentlemen, but the Indian market, the outbound market, the tourism market, will be the largest outbound market by 2022. In other words, they'll be the most traveled people around the world. So obviously for our tourism purposes, we want more Indians to come to Fiji to take advantage of our wonderful resorts and hotels and wonderful hospitality of our people, and for us to be able to share that with you. I also like to thank the support of the Indian government in facilitating this. Nowadays, of course, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, diplomacy is more about not the traditional diplomacy, but more about trade, developing trade relationships, commercial relationships, financial relationships, for the mutual benefit of all countries. We look forward to working together with their government. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for your presence, and we, of course, would like to wish the company, Mr. Rakesh and his team, a huge amount of success with this. I would urge him to ensure, please, some businesses in Fiji have traditionally looked at what we call making a kill on one sale as opposed to making a higher volume. Making a sale on higher volume. So if we have good priced items, lower margin but higher volume, you'll not only do well in terms of your turnover, but also you'll be able to ensure that you improve the quality of the lives of many Fijians throughout Fiji. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you a very good afternoon. Thank you very much.
Nice. Okay, here.